Hey buddy, welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. Today we've got a huge LEGO City update for you. The LEGO City continues to grow, expand, add more details, and today that is the case once again. If you've been keeping up on the channel, we just got some more parts in. We just finished up a couple awesome sets that we gotta find a place for in the LEGO City and just add some overall improvements to it. Big goal of the day is to find the perfect place for the old fishing store. Make sure you check out that review if you haven't already. One of my favorite sets ever. We built the Batman / Dark Knight Tumbler. Again, check out that review. And we got some minifigures from United Bricks there that they sent to us to review. So that's a lot of fun. And all of this has been collecting on my desk here. So it's time to find its home somewhere in the LEGO room. One of the things we picked up in that most recent parts order was a new chain, and you might be thinking, why would we need one of these? But if you remember when we did the Adventurer's Riverboat, it was missing one of the chains, even though I bought it used and it said it was 100% complete, but that's okay. But let's see if that works first. Here we go. This is the shot. Two of my most favorite sets of all time next to each other. So you can see this side has that chain there, so hopefully this is the right size. It seemed like it was, and I think it will be. We just need to put that on the other side here, so let's see if we can align that up nice like that. It seems like it's just like a link or so short, so maybe I did get the wrong size. If we move it in one, I don't think anybody's gonna know, and it has basically a similar effect if I kind of turn it like that there. So I think that'll do for now. Looks like it's like an older chain or something, which makes sense since this set is from the 90s. The links just look a little bit bigger compared to this side. I might be making that up, but maybe that's true. But I think that gets enough of the job done for today for that. From one of the greatest sets of all time to one of the most overpriced sets of all time, this Batman Tumbler also needs to find a home here. I don't know if I want to put Batman in the tumbler or not, because you really don't see him when he's in it. I know that goes against like LEGO City rules and protocol here, but I don't think folks would mind too much there. But the real question is, I feel like it needs to go somewhere over here. I mean, it's going to take up most of a road. Let's just put it there for an example. See, it just takes up the whole road compared to like this little police car. So is it exactly like LEGO City friendly? Not really. Let's see if we can maybe squeeze them in. Maybe somewhere over here might look nice. All right, can you see what I'm talking about? Batman is in there, but even when I put it like in direct light, you can't see it with the camera, and I can really see it because he sits so far back in it. Like his face, yeah, see, is like way back there. So even if I were to do that, I don't know, I'll leave him in there for now. So I think we're just gonna put him flying down right this way for now here. So it's still kind of prominent up front, but overall can be seen. You can see like the flame piece as well. Might try and rotate that just a little bit. There we go, so you can see it a little better. So let's go ahead and add the minifigures nearby, of course. So for the moment, we're just gonna put them right over here. I know we've kind of been working on our minifigure placements and everything, but I think just kind of having them right nearby makes sense for now. Just continues to add some nice detail. And of course, we gotta put Batman, our other Batman, back over here. He's the LEGO Batman that kind of hangs out in front of the Palace Cinema there. We do still have the bat signal. We don't have a police station yet. It is a modular building under the table in the queue to be built, but we don't have it quite yet. So I don't know where to put this for now. I thought maybe on top of the Craggle Town Hall, but it's kind of a little crowded up here with like our San Diego Comic-Con stuff and a few other things there, kind of taking up a lot of it. So I could maybe squeeze it in like back here, but it doesn't really fit with kind of those garage door elements. But I think I see a nice place right over here. Let's see if we can get to it. Hang with me. If I put it something like that, right next to a little burglar on top of the brittle brown condo. But I think that looks nice. Just add some nice detail on top of the buildings without adding too much clutter or anything. Something else I've been meaning to do, I've had this little bluebird on top of Craggle Town Hall for a while, but I wanted to change that out. I've been meaning to do so. I ordered a nice little red cardinal to go up on top there. I just think that looks a little bit better and kind of fits the vibe I've got going on up front here, so I just like that. But don't worry, we will find a nice place for the bluebird somewhere here. I always see these studs and want to attach something to it, like on the little chimneys, but they never work out because they're holding those cylinders like in the middle. I see the detective's office needs a little bit of detail, so we'll just put the bird right over there. There we go. See, all kinds of improvements happening here. We've got these little posing elements, but I'm still waiting on some more from Denmark that have like the curves on them, similar to what came with the Avengers Tower, or like right here that Black Panther is using to have just a little bit more posability with it. So we might wait on that. And now what to do with these printed like military figures from our friends over at United Bricks. Check out the promo code if it still works there, Old Mountain Bricks 10, for a discount on their website if you're interested in something like these here. But they're really nice detailed minifigures, but they need a home in our city here. So I forget which one was my favorite. I think it was like, I think it was this guy here. So we'll put him somewhere up front and then put his friends maybe a little bit further back there, just kind of hanging out. We'll just pretend he's like a reenactor or something and not an actual like guy carrying a rifle through town square here. But the other two we'll find a place for somewhere in the back. There we go. We'll put him next to Willie's Jeep from Bricks at War there so they can all be friends together. One of the suggestions in my last video was to turn the corner we were talking about over there into like a construction site, at least in the meantime, because right now we were kind of doing that over here in this spot while we were kind of waiting to see what happens in our nature and campground area here. But I think that's a great idea, so let's go ahead and move these guys over there and see what that looks like. First thing we got to do is we do need to find a new place for like this electric car or remote, the plane, and see where Eshram can kind of relocate to one more time there, and then bring in the construction vehicles. Alright, so we've got the construction crew in place now. Looks like they're just starting digging right up front. You've got the civil engineer hanging out, of course, along with all the construction vehicles ready for whatever comes next in this area. Over here, you've kind of got a little dumping ground of just kind of little mini builds and like the Dino Attack Lizard Raptors over here that I really like. But I think they'll be okay right there for now, as again, that's just kind of a dead space. And I like displaying my little things I've gotten from different places so far as well. Okay, so the Lego Beach. Something we've been working on a good bit. I love the amount of detail it has. I'm sure we can continue to add more. These rock panels kind of got moved when the old fishing store plate got taken out. And that's the plan, is to hopefully just kind of slide that right in here and see what it looks like. So I think we do need to maybe rearrange some of these palm trees real quick. There we go. Now it's only at risk at falling down and like the hot dog vehicle there. But otherwise, we'll kind of maybe move this guy out of the way for now here too, and remove kind of the supporting brick down here, and just pull this out. And it's time to bring over the old fishing store. Moment of truth. Let's see if it works here. Otherwise, we're going to have to find somewhere else to put it here. All right, here we come. So getting this in real time just to make sure I don't drop it or anything. Again, a lot of loose pieces inside. So we're hoping this can just slide right in without too much issue here. Let's go ahead and kind of secure this with these bricks before I come out and take a look at it. You guys had a better look at it before I did, but here's the old fishing store in its proverbial place that I'd been planning out for quite a while. When you look at it in relation to the rest of the beach, I just think it looks great. The vision was there and it worked out. I went ahead and put one of the tiny palm trees just kind of behind it for now, along with a rock panel just to kind of blend it in this area right now. because again, I kind of have to squeeze by this little back area here. And the good news is I don't think I'm going to hit it too often. I think this seagull might need to move because he's kind of rubber and doesn't stay in place very well most times anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and make that decision. Let's just going to move him right over there so he's up front and center here. But I think it just looks great. I kind of moved the trees around a little bit because we want it to not block the old fishing store, but seem like it's part of the area and everything. So let's try it. Yeah, that kind of looks pretty good there because the entrance is right over here and then along the side a little bit. So we might need to move the hot dog guy over just a tad here too. So let's move that tree and just bring him a little bit more over this way. So that allows folks to kind of go up that side there and then hang out over here as well. We're also going to bring over this minifigure, just kind of give her some more space. Move this bike that's kind of supposed to be with that tree a little bit. But there you go. I think it's coming together right here. Let me know your thoughts if it looks good enough here, but I think it looks great, especially you've got like the A-frame cabin in the background, the Sanderson sisters cottage. Again, this is up 2 bricks as well. So like when you look at it from down here and just kind of rises up to it. And it's just a really nice focal point here in the Lego City. Because maybe we would imagine like the tide kind of comes in a little further and kind of reaches up to there on like really high tide days. I think that makes sense canon-wise for our Lego City. It looks pretty good overall here, but of course let me know your thoughts in the comments here. I mean, I could maybe scoot it over a little bit, or does it look pretty good on the end? Again, let me know. I could, scoot this over a base plate and have some more room kind of over there, or kind of keep it on the corner like this, because now we've got the old fishing store and like the snack shack kind of as the 2 main buildings on our Lego Beach area, but I think that looks good without overcrowding it too much at the moment. I'd maybe put one more building here in the future, but maybe not for a hot while. Another thing we needed to do real quick here, we've moved over the plane, and this electric car will find another place for them. But I did want to open this up real quick, because of course, if you look at these kind of Lego books, half the book is not actually a book. It's really just a holder for the minifigure that comes with it. But it's a neat book. I flipped through it. I haven't read it all the way through yet, but eventually I'll kind of look through to see if there's any really cool or unique minifigures mentioned in here. Obadiah Stane, Hydra Agents, Ultron, the Collector, that's kind of a rare one. Ronin, Taserface, Hela. But yeah, so let's open up the minifigure real quick here and see how we get this out of here, because I believe they've changed it to kind of keep folks from stealing it in the store and everything. It's just kind of got like a built-in like flap over here you're supposed to kind of like push, I think. So let's see if I can figure out how to open it without entirely destroying the book here, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. There we go. Yeah, so they make it pretty hard. I think we got it out, so let's take a look at this Captain America here. It is a Sam Wilson version of Captain America, of course. So let's put him together. Okay, so here he is. The big reason I got this is because of the legs. I don't think we've ever gotten a Captain America with dual molded legs at minimum, but for sure not anything with like printing on it as well. So I just think that looks really cool. I think the hair looks fine. This is kind of like the older version with like the white that goes all the way around. Printing on white works in this instance as opposed to printing on black, which is hard to see. So that worked out pretty well here. They didn't use the most detailed version of the shield like they did in the CMF, but this is the most common one that we get. But I think it looks pretty good, but we're excited to add them into the superhero area, so let's do that real quick. As you know, I've been kind of collecting Captain America minifigures here, and maybe gonna assemble a big team of them, or do a video on all the different ones that I've been able to collect so far, or just create an ultimate Captain America minifigure. You know, these legs would definitely be in the running to do that for sure. So looking down in our superhero area, you know, we've been trying to keep stories a bit more cohesive down here rather than just kind of throwing things in willy-nilly and everything. So let's just kind of put him next to this other Captain America right over here with Miles Morales and everything. They're chasing after some of the Chitauri and Thanos and all that. So I think we'll put them together, ready to go to battle. Because Marvel's been putting these two together in a number of their series and Lego shorts, things they do like on TV, like at Disney Plus and everything. So I think it's totally great to have two different versions of Captain America side by side, about to take on some Thanos here. And we'll just put the fighter plane over here for now, just kind of taking up that spot next to our brick stick, trademark, and kind of put the electric car maybe turning in front of the gas station. That's kind of funny because he doesn't need to stop at the gas station there. So I think that'll work for now. Again, one of our next big projects is going to be working on the nature area. We need to Mills plate this whole area and decide what we actually want to keep and add even more details, kind of like we did for the beach over here. And even from the back, the beach looks pretty great. So I think everything is really starting to come together here in our Lego city. I think that will do it for today, so make sure you leave a like on the way out, comment down below what you think of the old fishing store there, make sure you subscribe to Old Mountain Bricks so you don't miss our next video, and until next time, thanks for coming by Old Mountain Bricks today. Have a good one.